Hi everyone, it's Bassa and this is Can You Mix? And in this episode we will see a vinyl set, we're gonna discuss a trance desert, and a DJ who plays only with one hand and why. Let's greet them and review them thoroughly. Let's go. First contestant of today is Nano Ghost with Melodic House. And I call this set Horizontal Fall. First thing I want to point out, it has a very long intro, like a full track. Nothing wrong with that. But I guess he used it just to prepare every little bits and pieces before the performance. It can be handy for anyone to use in the future. I'll give him a big plus to play on vinyls. You gotta have a skill to play in such a way because your only tool is your ears. That's it. There are no little things that tell you what BPM it is, where the track begins, where it ends, and so on. It's just you versus music. That's it. If you mess it up, you mess it up. So you gotta practice to actually perform as my friend here did. He did a pretty good job, I gotta say. Because I tried to play on vinyls myself, well, it didn't go well. So you gotta practice and know what you're doing. What I've noticed in some places there was a beat match off, but he adjusted it literally after 2-3 kicks. He has sharpened his ears and he's fixing it with ease. No problems there. As you can see by the graph, the set is going down, although it feels a bit flat-ish. It maybe could be good for like a morning after party or such, as just to shoo away all the guests, because the whole vibe is kind of dying. It's funny how he jumps on some songs that he truly enjoys, but his energy is too hyped comparing to the music what he's playing. So it doesn't make sense a bit. Like, I assume if you play calm music, you should act calm, yeah? Another way around. The flow of the set is a bit broken. You can check the graph again. It's like a floating river with a few bumps. It's like every now and then he needs to start all over again, yeah? It flows in, flows out. Like the flow is not quite there. It clearly tells me that he doesn't really know how to create a set. Although I don't know what was the journey, where he wanted it to be. Preferably it should be like a rainbow shape. And another thing, he swooped in an outro track, like ambient classical sort of music. And I think the set was too weak for such outro, as the energy of the set is already weak, and then you add the super weak. Well, what do we got there? We have a double weak, and I don't think it should go that way. It would make sense if you would play it like an EDM. You have a powerful tracks when the energy is buzzing, and then you drop the gentle track. Then it creates this interesting contrast. But in this case, no, don't do it. Let's check out some moments what I found throughout the set. At 9:50 we have a beat match issue, but quickly recovered from that by adjusting the tempo, although the mix has a power loss. This is when two tracks are slightly off key. Some of you might not even notice. We are 37 minutes in, and it's a weak bass swap. It sounds more like a flat and as well bit stuffy. This one is actually very smooth transition, but unfortunately it's an energy loss. And right at 101, we have an off-key mix. As you can see, he didn't have any major flaws. There were just little tweaks here and there, a few key errors. But overall, he did a good job regarding the mixing. So for track choices, I'm going to give him 6. Performance and journey, 6. I mean, look at the graph. And mixing skills, 9. It is a vinyl after all. In total, Nano Ghost got 7. So my only recommendations would be work on your upward mobility regarding the graph, and maybe find a better mixing spots to build every mix like higher and higher. Other than that, not bad. Let's go to the next DJ. Right, and this is Noble 6, and he's playing pure trance. And I call this set Noble 100 in Transit. To be honest, at the beginning it looks boring gathering of 100 people, and the bridges are very still, like you're standing and just waving your hands, but that's what trance is really. And that is not really what you want. Although he picked up the tempo halfway through the set. So you just gotta break that boring half an hour, and then the pleasure kicks in, you know? At least in my experience, every trance party I've been, that's how it is. I don't particularly like the genre, but some melodies could be nice, and the kick and bass could be powerful enough to make you dance and enjoy the evening. Unfortunately, in trance, the bridges could be the main killers of the vibe. They are too soft and you know, again, it's two different contrasts, and not many people like this particular genre. Approximately every track looks like this. Like on the sides, we have a powerful drops, and in the middle, it's a very long bridge. And some melodies are extremely smooth and silky. Therefore, when the kick with the bass slams in on top of that melody, it doesn't feel like it gives any special effect. It pretty much feels flat. So any producer out there should give extremely powerful bass in order to actually jump on a wave and fly sky high. As you can tell by the graph is going up, so Noble 6 is doing something right. 42nd minute was the peak. There were 2 peaks in the whole journey. Very beautiful tracks. I love them. The melodies are unique. Takes you out there into galaxies far away, but the rest was pretty basic. He performed pretty well. There were no major flaws or anything, no beat match issues, and for some reason he didn't use any special effects on his mixer or anything like skipping 4 beats without a bass or something. Just pure trance energy throughout the whole set. So let's dive into some moments that I found interesting. This is when the hi-hats are clashing and it sounds like it's off beat match, but it could be just an echo that bounces off against the walls. Same thing again at 1950. It sounds like hi-hats are clashing. On minute 26, we have a clean, powerful transition. Some tracks are designed with a double wave as soon as you transit from A to B. So the B can be with the two waves, right? So first one is when you climb on a track. The second one is giving you extra push. Let me demonstrate you. Oops, we're 1 hour in and he's climbing pretty fast and it sounds off. And again, it sounds like the hi-hats are off beat match. As you can see, performance-wise was very good. And people actually loved it. They were standing half of the mix, but then they picked up, they understood the energy and they started to jump and dance and whatnot. And surprisingly enough, everyone were smiling like crazy. Yee! After all, trance is like a love energy. So everyone is feeling very happy, excited, and it's time to celebrate. Unfortunately, for track choices, I'm gonna give him 5. There were only 2 nice ones. Performance and journey, 8. The graph goes up. And mixing skills, solid 9. In total, it's 7.3. I won't give any advices to Noble 6. I'm pretty sure he knows what he's doing. The mixing is good and the graph is going up. So the powerful, the better. Okay, who's the final of today? And last but not least is Black Coffee with some juicy Afro house. And I call this set High Pitch on a Bridge. And as we know, he's mixing only with one hand, right one. Some people don't know about it, but I investigated and apparently his left hand is paralyzed. So we don't know if it's gonna wake up at all. So he's not gonna wait. He's not gonna wait for it to wake up. He's just gonna do his thing. As you can tell, nothing can stop you from achieving great things. I gotta say, he's using effects a lot throughout the set. And he loves to keep the bridge high, as in he removes the bass, to create a better impact on the drop. Unfortunately, every transition, it feels like the beginning again. You know, it's like he drops that energy and then again he needs to bring it all back. It's like looping and over and over and over again. Sometimes he extends the bridges for no absolute reason. Another thing, he kills the bass before actual bridge or other way around. Like it feels there's more bridges than the main beat. Although I'm gonna give him a huge plus for experimenting with effects, knobs, and other tricks. Like you can see, he's actually playing. He's full on decks. So for half an hour, he was losing power constantly. And after that, he kicked in and kept the level. As you can see by the graph, it looks a bit zigzaggy. In my opinion, second part of the mix is better than the first. It's more interesting, more powerful, better moments, better effects, altogether pretty well designed. Vibrant music with some drum pieces and good Afro melodies keeps you vibing. And once you look him perform, you can see that he's very passionate about music. And that's what you want if you DJ. Don't ever lose passion. Once you lose it, you might never get it back. But anyway, let's see those epic moments that I found throughout the set and learn from what you can do with one hand. This is when he tried to spice things up. Although he had the clumsy drop, he switched the bass line a bit too early than needed. Oops, at 11:20 he got carried away and missed the drop. He missed the drop by 2 kicks. Whoop. Whoop. On 18th minute, track B brings the power loss and the whole thing is off key. Not sure about this one. The approach was quite aggressive and it didn't give any special effect to the whole ambiance. We're half an hour in and this is when he silenced the whole thing. And although we can hear the crowd cheering, I don't think it was that exciting moment. I'll give him this. Here he has bright and sharp introduction to the clapping sound. There you go. This silent moment sounds very good. Caught you off guard, sounds as a surprising stop, and this is when you actually can clap to Black Coffee. Okay, 47:30, we have another silence. I don't know, I think it's too many. One minute later, we have another silence. Like, come on. Too many dead moments, to be honest, in such a short time.
I'm hung up on you, baby. I'm hung up.
On 54th minute, we have introduction to the bass on the bridge. It gets exciting. And the last one, we have uplifting mixing moment that actually sounds great. Have a look. As you can see, many times he was using like this silence effect that he was performing. I think he did it way too many times. It should be maybe once per set to give this, you know, like your heart stops for a beat and then woo, let's go again, you know. I think it would give more better memorable moments rather than, you know, doing it over and over again. Because remember, some things repetitive are not surprising anymore. Rather than something interesting, it can be annoying. And people might, you know, not react as you expect them to. Like the whole journey should be a surprise. So do one bit, you know, one bit for every transition in a different way. And regarding the silence moments, well, it would be the same like if you would be hoovering your room and then at some point the plug comes out. So for track choices, I'm gonna give him 9. Performance and journey, 7. Graph is not going where it should. And mixing, 10. Because some DJs can't even mix with 2 hands. So in total, it's 8.6. Very good job from Black Coffee. Couple advices I would give him: work on your upward mobility. Don't kill the bridges with high pitch. And use effects when needed. Don't overdo it. And as always, will I ever listen to these sets again? Nano Ghost? No, it's a bit soggy. The Noble 6? No, I'll just download those 2 nice tracks that you had. And Black Coffee? Oh yes. The whole African vibe was pretty good. Let me know what you think in comments below. Like the video and subscribe to the channel while I'm hypnotizing you with this little sparkly thing. Zoo, 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 zoo. Yours truly, Boss Alive. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys later with another beautiful DJs. This was Can You Mix? And I'm out. Ciao.